Hi everyone, my name is Isa Mari Blanco. I'm a heart soul mentor and I assist people or I help people to break free from the limitations, embrace their uniqueness, own their journey, everything, every single part of your journey, and transform your pain into power. I am doing this video today of something that came through an experience, something that I experienced during the weekend. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna share this with everyone in the video because I really believe that it's something that let's just take that back. A lot of people struggle with, and it's owning your voice and standing up for your voice. And when I said standing up for your voice, I'm talking about owning and expressing in a healthy way your needs. What you need, what you want. But as I said, from a healthy place, and we come back over and over. If you follow my work, it's always from here, from a place of love. And there are ways, and there is a way to communicate and honor your needs, your truth, your wants, without getting into conflict. Okay. When I said this, and one of the things that come to my mind is I remember when I was doing my training for counseling. I train in two different places. I train in Lifeline, and then I also train in hospice. So it's counseling, but it's a lot of things related to trauma and loss and grief. And one of the topics that we will cover, it's really how can you communicate with someone else? How can you come across what you're feeling and it's alive within you? Again, from a place of the heart, from a place of you're not doing it to trigger the other person. And there's a few things that I remember from my training, and it's actually how you frame everything that makes a huge difference. So it's not you are doing this to me because every time we do boo, 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 then it's like you're putting the blame into someone else. You are doing this to me because when you are this, well, actually, you're reacting into something that is happening. So it is you that is reacting towards something. And it's more as when such and such and such and such stuff happen, this situation is around, it plays out. It makes me feel this way, and acknowledging that, how it makes you feel, and communicate from that place is not you're making me feel this way. It's really to go back and say, okay, this situation that is playing out, it's making me feel this way. And when we do things from that place, that we're not pointing fingers, that we're totally taking responsibility, and I cannot stress enough about this. I know I'm a pain in the neck with it, but if you would know how freaking key this is, ownership. We have to own our shit. We have to own it. We have to take responsibility of the things that it's actually that person is just act as a mirror, and it's reflecting back to me things that clearly I have to work through. And then to own that, said, okay, this person is not doing this to me. This situation, this playing out in a way that it's making me feel ba, 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 and it's triggering ba, 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 ba. So we really, in a way, we distract ourselves when possible, and we really see it from what it is. And then from that place, we communicate. Again, as I said, this it's making me feel this way. And the other thing that it's how we frame it. That's number one, how we frame it. And again, it's not about pointing fingers, taking responsibility. This situation that is playing out is making me feel unheard. It's making me feel insecure. It's making me feel freaking angry. It's making me feel, we own it. How am I feeling? Okay, so how are you feeling? It's like, I'm feeling like, okay, I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling disappointed, I'm feeling unheard, I'm feeling unseen. Whatever that might be, whatever it is alive within me, I acknowledge that. And then I communicate to that person, you know what? This is making me feel this way. I'm not blaming that person. I'm just saying that the situation that is playing out, because it takes two for a situation to play out, it's making me feel that way. That would be my number one thing out there. And the other part is that it takes so much courage to do this. I want to tell you something, a story about personal story. Because I said I struggle a lot with this for many years. And this is something that I exercise over and over and over again, because I have said before, practice make the master. That whoever said that, it was like, oh, it knew what it was talking about. It takes a lot of practice. And I used to have, before I started and stepping up and take full ownership, I said, okay, stop. We're going to stop with the BS and we're going to take full ownership and we're going to start speaking up our truth. Okay, he said, we're going to do it like that, blah, blah, blah. All the process that I went through is that I needed to really, not only that, it's I really needed to get to a place of knowing how I was feeling, but also to take the courage to stop having those inner conversations that I used to have. I'm not joking. I'm talking about full-on conversations in my mind, back and forward, that I would say this in my mind, the other person will answer me, and I have a full freaking conversation in my mind that I was having with the other person, because I didn't have in that moment what it was needed for me to just take things from here, to actually verbalize, to actually vocalize all the things, all those needs and all the thoughts and all those feelings in a healthy way. And so, as I said, it takes a lot of courage, but also it takes one step. Because the more we practice this, the easier it gets, the more confidence you will feel doing it. So then those inner conversations that I'm talking about that I used to have, there, when I start doing this, they were less and less inner conversations and more me really actually having a proper conversation, not imaginary, like really engaging another human being that was in front of me. And it's the more I did it, and I still do it, because again, I'm a work in progress, like any of us. The more I practice, the more confident I feel, and the more and more I go there, the easier it gets. The easier it gets to go to that place. So my invitation today would be to acknowledge what you're feeling. Acknowledge what is alive within you. Name it. Name it. Vocalize it. Again, from a place of respect, of honoring, not pointing fingers, owning your stuff. Just seeing that what is playing outside is just a reflection of, it's a mirror. It's just acting as a mirror. But say it. Bring it out. Practice that over and over and over again. The more you practice, the more confident you will feel, the easier it gets. And believe me, it's worth it. It is so much worth it to do that. It might take a little bit of practice. It'll take practice. But you can do it. You can do it. Just take that first step. And go for it. And go for it every single time that you feel something alive within you, that you notice that, and when the moment, for me it is, I know that it's happening when if I start having an inner conversation that the other person is replying, I'm like, whoa, okay, it's happening. And then I know that it's something alive, and I know what I have to do, and it's that process that I walk you through. And I invite you to just go for it. It's worth it. And you have all the power within you to do that and strive in doing so. This is one of the things that we will be covering in my program, and the Remember Your Magnificence. It's a beautiful program that I will be launching in October. And it's 8 weeks full immersion in everything that I have learned in the past 15 years, with everything, with sacred sexuality, conscious relating, counseling, coaching, shamanism, everything packaged into a program. And this is one of the topics that we will be talking about and studying, because it's really, really important. But here is like a quick nutshell, like really for you to go through this process. I hope it helps you. I send you a big, big hug, lots of love. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the week. And if it's anything else, as I always said, if it's anything that you would like me to talk about, like any other subject that is alive within you, write me a comment below this video, just send me a private message, and I will be more than happy to bring it up into discussion so we can all benefit from it, okay? Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the week. Lots of love, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye.